Good morning, family. Good morning. Much love. Much love. Matter what the subject matter in here, what we're talking about in here. I always tell my supporters and things, don't forget to support the channel. We are consistently having to regroup and move, man, and be shut down and create another YouTube channel and get into all this other BS. So for the sakes of everything here, and I gotta say this before I get started because I'm looking around. Man, I'm like, where my dog's at, man? I don't see anything. All right, make sure that y'all are informed. This information will be on your screen. All right, and make sure that you do show your love in here. Thank you, George Perry, the morning cup of coffee there. Thank you, I appreciate you. Everything counts here. All right, make sure that y'all do show your love. I do appreciate y'all, every last one of you. All right, whether you talking about my brother Beast Mode or my sister Natural Ox or any of my other brothers and sisters, my sister the Mad Hatter. Shout out to you. Thank you. I appreciate all y'all. I understand everybody can't do things on their own, of course. So thank you for everybody at least doing things as a combined. I see folks out here. I appreciate you. All right. And remember, all right, God damn it, that look, it's gonna take at least all of us to uphold what we have because we're constantly being attacked, dude. You ain't gonna have nothing substantial here, Hoss, that represents black people without us taking some hits. But with all that comes here, Hoss, that means we gotta go put our heads together. All right, so that's all the information y'all need there in the comment section. All right. Now, as I'm sitting in here going ready to talk about a Karen incident, I got a damn Karen over here at me. Let me go flip my camera. I'm gonna stress of this. And this 8 something in the morning. Look at this. Look. This 8 something in the morning, nigga. You talk about Karens and people all your damn business, everything that you do. All right, I ain't even got started yet. Ain't said nothing yet, dude. And this is how it goes down. Y'all hear all that wackiness and weirdness? That's who and what that is out there, dude. I'm gonna put a camera on it. All right. First thing in the morning. I'm sitting in the back seat of a car somewhere, dude. First thing in the damn morning. Here we go. All right. And all I had to do was breathe air, dude. Walk out front. That's why I say this stuff in here is difficult. I could go back in here and inside to do it, but yeah, I don't want to have to deal with the extra noise that might be there and snoring and stuff. I like to be by myself here. No disrespect to anyone else, man, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? You're in the middle of talking and you just hear somebody growling in the background. All right. Yeah, that shit throws my concentration off, dude. So this is my best option here. First thing in the morning. I preferably prefer to be out here at 6, man. That way ain't nobody up. But it is what it is, man. As soon as you wake up, you got somebody staring dead in your mouth. So let's just wait a second here. And as a matter of fact, I'm to this urge where I damn well may just come back and just do this later on. This is why I've been doing our segments because for some cases in here, for whatever it is, and y'all know what it is, man. The bottom line draws a crowd, man. All right, I just do. Make sure that y'all do support the channel, though. I definitely need all the support there in the world. All right, for the support of at least what we're not able to receive here for whatever reason. All right. People got their own families and stuff to take care of. Bottom line, respects that and understands that, dude. But for the folks that can support the channel, make sure that you do so. Let me put this on the screen. Well, as soon as I come to stand out here, man, that is the most the nails dragging off the chalkboard thing because it's just a consistent Karen-like nosiness. And I'm gonna show y'all here some more cases of this. It's more than my situation, of course. I like to think past myself, but none of us as black people find this shit comfortable. Rather to have somebody nosy all in your business, staring all in your damn face. All right. A lot of these chump ass niggas try to grab other losers to get around and hate on you with. It's not just them being able to do it by themselves here. That right there is hard work. All right. No, it's just gruesome, tooth pulling hard work for them to go ahead and just hate on you by themselves. All right, they gotta find another loser. All right, or somebody whacked out like them to sit there with. And usually it's some old plus size woman. Like I done caught jokers out front of the building. All right. And this is how I'm gonna go ahead and tell you like this. You catch people out front of the building talking crazy about you. All right. Now, as soon as I finished my program, I came outside. All right. Went outside, I came to look. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Let me see if everybody gonna continue to keep talking all silly while I'm standing here with your little cowardly asses. All right. And I come down there to look to see. Same woman I just put the camera on. All right. And she's all, well, you want me to keep the door for you? Yeah, I thought you had your headphones on. Like, bitch, don't fucking play with me, man. Little raggedy bitch. We got the window open. I can hear everything you saying. All right. Yeah, people moving around like the devil, man. Keep these little Satan-like folks away from you, dude. Shit. You gotta let me hear something one time for me to realize that, all right, you know what? Keep that nigga away from you. Stay out this person's face. Don't say nothing to this individual. Some people walk around for trouble. Now, I was sitting in here just listening, minding my own business. Now, I wasn't being nosy at all. All right. But some people can't stop being nosy. All right. But as I'm sitting there listening, all right, for the same person I'm sitting here talking about in here, I'm listening to somebody else. Somebody else is getting in her ass for what? For being on all in their damn business and being nosy. All right. So it goes to show you. Now, this is a white man. All right. It just goes to show you, like, dude, no, it ain't just me. All right. No, I listened to the other lady sitting in the building, man. She was talking to me. She was like, yeah, something wrong with that. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't want to be the person in here that reaps the benefits of having to look at this wild ass shit every day because somebody done lost their damn mind, dude. All right. I don't want to be your number one, goddamn. Please don't be a fan of me, goddamn it. All right. Yeah, I don't want no Karen support, dude, at all. All right. Hold on one second.
Look like you hoes. I fucking double take it.
You want to be in this dressing room? This is the women's dressing room?
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me.
Y'all see the shit I go through every day? Like, this motherfucker on some weird shit right now. Like,
Excuse me.
leave me the fuck alone! Get the fuck on! Okay, you are too. Mind your business. Mind your business. The fuck on!
And that's all. And that's it, dude. We ain't asking for much, man. All right. We know you don't like us. We don't like you either. That's fine. But why you got to be all up in black people's faces trying to antagonize us and bother us? We got to deal with this white supremacist structure and system. We don't need to have to go anywhere else in the world, exercising, doing whatever it is for ourselves, buying groceries, chilling, having a moment for ourselves. And we pop our eyes up and look, and there's some Karen staring dead in your direction, all in your personal space, all like nigga, all in some type of awkward mode here, trying to make sure that you see they little weird asses, dude. But somebody don't miss you, nigga. Nobody misses you. All right, anybody looking for you? Huh? Your kids? Nobody loves you. The fuck are you doing in my face? All right, you're not welcome. All right, that's what I say. You're not welcome, dude. All right, get your Karen-like ass on, dude. You and every person like you. All right, right. Shit. And then when black folks go off and we fix and we all right, we get on mode, you want to try to give us the 35 years and the Karmelo treatment, nigga, because you ain't minding your business. All right. Yes. This is a case here, as I said, of white supremacist oppression here, because it's meant to try to lock up your time for nothing, for bullshit. You didn't come to see him. You know you didn't. They know you didn't. All right. But yet they feel some need to try to take some time from you. All right. What was her case in course? She's running up on him like she's like this young lady's a man. All right. This is what she's trying to play like. She knows by a certain point in statute. All right. That's a young lady. All right. And even if that's not the course, the laws have changed around so much that people can use whatever facilities they want. Get out of her face. All right. You don't work there. All right. What you in here to exercise like everybody else? Go do your thing. This is what security and people who wear the Planet Fitness t-shirts are for in there. Not for you to go do their job, man. We can't stand your pale faces coming in here trying to tell us what the hell to do. All right. Yes, we know it's you, dude. Always. You've been raised in your mind that you have authority over black people. All right. That's what that Karen shit is about.
Look like you hoes. I'm fucking double taking.
All of them.
Excuse me, you want to be in this dressing room? This is the women's dressing room?
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me.
Y'all this shit I go through. Hold on some weird. Leave me the fuck alone. Get the. Okay, you are too. Mind your business. Mind your business. The fuck on. The fuck is you talking about? Shit weird as a bitch, nigga. That shit weird, bitch. I don't gotta look like you. Old ass bitch. I look like you hoes. I'm fucking double taking.
Excuse me, you want to be in this dressing room? This is the women's dressing room?
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me.
Y'all see the shit I go through every day? Like, this motherfucker on some weird shit right now. Like,
Excuse me.
leave me the fuck alone. Get the fuck on. Okay, you are too. Mind your business.
And that's all that can do.
Mind your business.
You're mean. But she's not obligated to be nice to you. None of us are. We don't have to say shit to you. And that's what I recommend. The way I deal with Karens, I don't even respond to them. I act like you don't exist. All right? Because it's their duties to try to act like you more important than what the hell you are. All right? You somebody's worrying, cackling, crazy ass on drugs most of the time or some type of narcotic Karen. Alcohol, whatever. All right? All in everybody's damn face. You ain't got no friends, most of y'all, or you ain't got no man. Your kids don't come visit you. All right? Oh, certain shit leads you to being a Karen. All right? Yeah, when the world just passes your crusty ass past, when you getting cussed out by neighbors on a regular basis for being nosy, you're a Karen. All right? No, just in case you didn't know. All right? No, every time you turn around, you're rubbing somebody the wrong way because you're overstepping other people's boundaries. You're a Karen. All right? Yes, you are. I don't know what you think you are or how you think that looks to people, but the average person don't want you in their damn face. All right? For some of y'all, you see people cutting across the street. Niggas are going a long way just so they ain't got to interact with your ass, nigga. Just so they ain't got to say hi to you. All right, here comes that crazy motherfucker again. All right, right. That's our thought process. All right, here comes this Karen. Oh, man. Oh, boy. All right. And I suggest you 2026 have no remorse because a lot of them don't care about changing at all because they're comfortable in this position. They feel like white society has given them some points of perks and authority once again over black people. And by them not being checked and not being punished for it, you've seen this behavior accelerate, dude. All right. That's why anytime I see it around me, same way I did for this program, I'm going to put the camera right on it. All right. You tracking lines of certain cases of harassment, dude. That's what I tell people. All right. You tracking harassment, dude. You got uninvited guests that keep popping up on you, dude, trying to make sure that they run outside every time you come out. You're a Karen, dude. All right. Ain't no drugs being sold. Ain't nobody being murdered. There's no crimes being committed. You're just nosy. That's all. All right. Oh, what you hoping to see somebody pick their nose or something? What do you want? All right. I'm talking about to the 25th power. Now, if anybody went to go invade their privacy like this, Halls, it would be the end of the world. All right. But for them to wake up and do this shit every day, it lets you know two things. Number one, you ain't got no life. All right. Number for you. All right. Number three, this is the only access to joy. Don't let them play with you. They take joy and pleasures off of pissing folks off and picking with people that they know don't want to be bothered with them. That's the only joy they got to their life. That's it. This is why they spend so much time being a Karen. All right. Think about how much energy they put into it. All right. Right. That's the only thing to make you smile. All right. It ain't like you're going to get a phone call and somebody's actually going to talk to you for a good period of time. All right. No, you're actually going to get a visit where they're going to stay for a long period of time and actually, no. All right. Absolutely not. People know who you are. Your own family members know who you are. All right. Hold on.
I look like you, ho. Stop fucking double taking.
Excuse me, you want to be in this dressing room? This is the women's dressing room.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me.
Y'all see the shit I go through every day? Like, this motherfucker on some weird shit right now. Like,
Excuse me.
leave me the fuck alone.
This is the women's.
Get the fuck on. Okay, you are too. Mind your business. Mind your business. The fuck on. The fuck is you talking about? Shit weird as a bitch, nigga. That shit weird. Bitch, I don't gotta look like you.
Nope.
Old ass bitch.
Yep. Karen-like behavior. All right. Thank you, sister. Thank you. All right. No, because behavior like that, at least in a case to responds to Karens, is great. And hit dogs holler. They start screaming at the top of their lungs at 8 something in the morning. That's a hit dog. All right. Okay. That's a hit dog. Now, if this shit don't retain to you, what you sitting here yelling and cackling about? All right. What's wrong with you? All right. That's a hit dog with their mouth wide open. All right. Yeah. All right. Let people confuse you. You say something, and then there in an instant, the nigga, hey, shut your damn Karen ass up, nigga. Yeah, that's you. All right. That's the reason why you feel like you got to defend it. All right. You got to say anything. All right. Right. No, you have to go and mention any damn thing. All right. Talking about you. All right. Right. Thank you for letting everybody know. All right. Hold on here. Fair use. Yeah, with your little Karen ass. All right.
I had a meet with another attorney, a black attorney. The first attorney I had to meet with was black. Rain asked me what the price that black attorney was. $500,000. $500,000. They weren't talking until they gave him $200,000.
What the white man say?
75.
75,000?
Yeah. And so my thing was like, I had a meet with another attorney, a black attorney. The first attorney I had to meet with was black. Rain asked me what the price that black attorney was.
Charge?
$500,000. $500,000. They weren't talking until they gave him $200,000.
What the white man say?
75.
Yeah, and for the courses of life and death. All right, 35 years and walking home scot-free. You put $75,000, given the circumstances of all the money that was raised, bruh. This is irresponsible. It is. All right, you sitting here talking as if the brothers or the black folks were doing too much. First and foremost, I believe that you should pay every piece of black counsel what they're worth. They shouldn't get lowballed. Now, of course, that white lawyer was willing to take $75,000. At this point, we can distinguish because he wasn't going to do shit anyway. It was just free money. All right. 4 days and a goddamn conviction of guilty in 35 years is evidence in a high profile case nationally that he didn't do shit and he didn't care about doing shit. Calling his mother as the last witness, a person who wasn't even there, a part of the crime, is a lawyer who planned on not doing shit. All right. Because who in the hell for a person facing, all right, what life in prison, 35 years or whatever, are you going to do something so careless as the damn lawyer, dude? Unless you don't care about them winning one way or the other. All right. Yes. So when I hear this, and we've seen the damn lawyer already here smiling and shit, you understand that this was being careless with the cases of spins, dude. All right, you forked that 200,000 up or whatever you got to a 500,000, what have you. All right, because you're gonna at least get a proper legal defense, and you should have never came in there with that white dude. All right, what was it about his energy that symbolizes that you were gonna win anyway? Too many folks close to this case had it in their mind that they were going to be the lawyer of this situation and handle the legal matters based on everything that they know. All right. No, dude. All right. You seen exactly what happened. You had a lawyer who refused to challenge anything. That's what he was there for.
I had him meet with another attorney, a black attorney. The first attorney I had to meet was black. Rain asked me what the price that black attorney was.
charge?
$500,000.
$500,000.
They weren't talking until they gave him 200,000.
What the white man say?
75.
75,000?
Yeah. And so my thing is like, I had him meet with another attorney, a black attorney. The first attorney I had to meet was black. Rain asked me what the price that black attorney was.
And we got to go and do a run in the mills estimate. We want to see exactly how many lawyers that you went to go talk to as well. All right. Because this is my case in here. You talking about proper defense. And we don't necessarily have to go white and black, though I prefer a black attorney. But Brian Steele, as I told y'all, he beat 2 Ricos in 1 year. You talking about getting an all-star guy. If you can get access to that brother, all right, to that white man, excuse me, you go get access to him. Because he shows that he's going to challenge the system. Hell, he was willing to go to jail for 2-3 days, Halls, and sit down in here. All right, just to be able to be closer to his goddamn his client, and to get a better understanding of things. All right, yes, indeed. Not only that, it brought more national attention, getting the venue switched up a few times in here. All right, so much so that when you go ahead to try to switch the venue for a third or I want to say a 4th time here, all right, that's what, forced them to collapse and say, here's the deal, man. All right, this is ran in Fulton County. This is broken Guinness Books of World Records for the longest case in Fulton County history. All right, we can't let this shit go another minute. All right, God damn it, here you go. All right, just take this and get the hell out of here. All right, that was Fannie the Mammy and her administration's energy trying to prosecute a young thug, all right, and his co-conspirators here. And let's remember, majority of them niggas snitched on him, and it still didn't matter. A rack of them niggas told, dude. All right, yeah. Let's go back over here. I want to go in and speak to this cultural stuff here. My sister had to shut an African down.
I know. Why would I know when we live in a fucking America where the white people have taken everything from us? Where you are from. You are not from there. Then I'm not from Africa. You just proved my point. I have no knowledge of fucking Africa. So how the fuck could I be from there? How the fuck could I be from there? I know everything about America, though. I know everything about America, though.
Look at you and look at me.
What's the difference? No, we don't.
We black.
What's the difference?
We are black.
What's the difference, though?
Got the same kind of
Sir, our heads are shaped. Our hairlines are different. All right. Culturally, we think different. We don't look to try to get white approval. You will snap in a room full of black folks if a white person's not being treated properly. This is what your culture teaches you, to look at yourself as second and to treat them like they gods, nigga. That's the disconnection. This is why a lot of folks don't want no parts of that African connection. And not only that, dude, it hasn't rooted well over here as far as its quote unquote assimilation with black people. Y'all have only wanted that recently due to the connections of reparations, dude. All right. And we're going to get to that. Ghana, y'all ain't shit, because we just seen y'all on Juneteenth with some guy that you had black dude walking around like a dog. All right. No, as the white man looks like the pet owner. All right. And they were trying to demonstrate some things of slavery in Ghana. It's like, nigga, you sold us off. You don't get any reparations. All right. What are you talking about? You were in a deal with these bastards. You were partners. It's not our fault that they goddamn stabbed you in the damn back, nigga. All right. Yeah, you don't get the double dip. All right. Because you found out that the devil is the devil. All right. That ain't our problem. All right. Shit. All right. Yeah, you keep trying to eat off the reparations joint, not mention us. And keep mentioning this shit. Dude, you did nothing to build this. Your people were in our country sabotaging reparations from a political standard, nigga. All right? Yes. All right, these are facts. Ghana looks like shit. If you got a problem with your finances, get them goddamn Asians up out of there and their machines and all of that mercury and what have you in your water, goddamn it, and lead and cyanide, goddamn it. All right, right. Get them big ass machines out of there that China brought in there. We ain't the same. And y'all remind us that every time we touch down in the land.
Over there. Fuck, people have taken everything from us.
You are not from there.
Then I'm not from Africa. You just proved I have no knowledge of fucking Africa. So how the fuck could I be from there? How the fuck could I be from there? I know everything about America though.
No knowledge. And she's right. She's absolutely right. No, you're right, dude. And don't let people preach this garbage to you. Because when it comes down to when they kind of play that game, it's a game of, you know what, well, if you want to learn about your culture, well, then you have to tolerate my bullshit and me slighting you and saying, well, no, fuck that, nigga. Keep everything that you know and the failed existence of that. And for whatever reason, you didn't tethered your ass over here. All right. I don't need to know. All right. It didn't serve us getting any of the benefits that we have now, and it won't serve us for the future. All right. For all y'all that think we don't study these books, all right, about colonialism, all right, from a nat perspective, we also realize the mistakes a lot of these other folks in their countries make. And one of those key mistakes here has been this cases of that you can trust the dominant society. You can believe in their damn stories here, Halls. All right. Knowing that the benefit behind these things here, is to mentally enslave you. And I broke the standards of that down. I always do here for the good people here. To put a shackle there on a person's ankle, man, they can only travel a certain distance. You take that same shackle and put it on a person's mind, and they can be very helpful for your whatever. And the biggest thing, you don't even have to be in a room for your objectives to be followed, dude. That's the thing. All right. Yes, indeed. You can see this from the standard of every tether that you have ever came in contact with. All right. And they prepared to tell on you. All right. Yeah, they're prepared. All right. No, to defend white mommy and white daddy. They're prepared to tell you that your whole course of things are backwards. And you know what? You need to get the quote unquote hate out of your spirit. These are not layers of which we carry as hate here, dude. No, because we have not come forth to do the heinous stuff here in which has been done to us. All right. At our point in favor that we stand around, it's about justice for freedmen. Don't ever get these two things mixed up here. All right. Yes, indeed. Some folks want to hit you with the guilt trip as if it's like, hold on, did these pale skinned damn Neanderthal bastards ever have any guilt torturing and robbing us? No. So don't put any of that bullshit on us when it's time for you to pay us. All right. Well, you know it wasn't everybody. Well, y'all damn sure defend this shit as a group. All right. Yes. All right. I don't want to hear that bullshit. All right. Hold on.
This African says most Africans don't know their birthday because they're too broke to give birth in a hospital back in Africa.
Me personally, I really don't know my age. Here's what it's the internet might say 51, whatever might say, but do I really know my age? I don't. I was
51.
Born, that's what it says on.
You look great for 51.
Thanks.
That whole
But
black
I don't know
on
how,
crack
I'm
thing.
not really sure if this is real. I could be 39. Only because I was born at home. I was born at home, and where I'm from, back in the 70s and 80s, most parents in Africa have their kids. We don't have hospital is expensive.
Okay.
So you have your kids at home, and then you have them at home, and nobody's there to write shit down. You don't think about it. So 10 years, we don't celebrate birthday every year. Those who celebrate birthday are like rich kids.
That's a good thing about the iPhone is that you wouldn't even have to write it down. You could just scroll back, find the birth.
It was no iPhone in the 80s or 70s.
This explains why no one knows their ages. Remember that dude on a Drewski? He was like, yeah, I'm 29, but he looked like he was 59. Nobody know their ages, and then they're always saying that they're born on January 1st. Have you noticed that they're always born on January 1st? And this problem just didn't disappear in the 70s, right? This problem just didn't disappear in the 70s. UNICEF says that there's 118 million African kids that don't have birth certificates.
Yep. And that's where I told you that stuff, that January 1st stuff comes into effect, where you go ahead to speak to some of these folks from foreign lands. All right. These darker individuals, and they don't know what age they are. All right. That guy from Blue Chips or what have you, they showed you that back in the 90s. And that player, I think it was based on Bo or what have you. All right. But he had a line on his forehead for every decade where he was just sitting back in here and living. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He had a line on his damn forehead. All right. So, all right. During at least the cases of that, all right, he had 5 lines, so that considered him being 50 years old. All right, about 50. All right, yeah, King Kong Luis Ortiz, Cuban fighter, heavyweight fighter. All right, they said he was like 41 or 42. He looked every bit of 50-something, dude. All right, you know a black person that's like 50-something. And yeah, we all don't look the same, but even as the melanin come in, we age. A person 50-something years old as a black person can still be healthy and look beautiful. All right. Yes, indeed. But we can still look to see your ass is 50-something years old. All right. Yeah. Like, we're not confused about that. All right. Shit, the one dude that went to the UK, he was on his knees crying and shit, talking about he's 16 years old, a degenerate. He looked every bit of 40. All right. No, talking about he's 16. Trying to sneak his dirty ass in somebody's school. All right. So how trifling some of y'all niggas are, dude. Yeah, he said, look, I promise you, look, I have my toothbrush right here. I have my toothbrush. Nigga. All right. No, and this is when the little Spanish lady was about to deny him access. She was like, man, oh, hell no, nigga. No. All right. He was on his knees and everything. He pulled the toothbrush out of his pocket. All right. Talking about he's 16. All right. These niggas don't know how old they is.
And like he stated, it's not just a one-off, like people just went to the wilderness or the forest to be born off the grid intentionally. No, this is a majority of the Africans that's too broke to go into the hospital. And it makes you think on a wider level, like if you're not keeping records of birthday, something so simple as a birthday, what is Africa keeping records of, right? Like a lot of this stuff is like they're making it up as they go. They're making it up as they go, because clearly, if it's something so simple as a birthday, keeping records of a birthday, and you're not keeping track of what other significant things that they're lying about in history, and then how is it that you could vet people that come from countries like that correctly, because in the United States, once they run your social security number, once they run those nines, they know who you are. They majority of us, they know who you are. So there's no hiding. We're already connected to the matrix, right? But in that case, like you have people coming from countries like that to over here. How could you really know who they are? They don't even know their birth dates. And then Adam 22 sound hella dumb. iPhones in the 70s. Okay.
Yeah, because he meant to say sound stupid, man. Adam 22 doesn't care about having any type of real philosophical conversation. It's about slipping back to the times and playing this game of leaning into the young people and all this other crap. Adam 22 is a joke for the rest of his damn career. That's it. You're known as the guy who let your wife, who you got a daughter by, all right, receive King Kong wood, nigga, while you sat there and recorded it. All right. Everybody will always look at you as a weirdo and a lame, especially other white men. All right. Yeah. They don't play around with that old mandingo shit. All right. As far as they women. All right. You want to piss a suspected white supremacist off. All right. And start you as a black man, start trying to play around with their women. All right. Some of the biggest atrocities that you've seen here in America concerning freedmen started, all right, with this piece of wet baloney over here. All right. I'm going to call it what it is. All right. Well, wet baloney juice. All right. No, you're angry here. Somebody did something to your woman. All they had to do was say, all right, black man, what sexually assaults, preferably the grape word with an R in front of it. All right. All right. Yes. Preferably that. A white woman, a black man has done that. And your whole town is on fire, dude. All right. Yes. People are in here by the thousands with guns. This is what they used to do here when they wanted to target economically prosperous black communities that were on the rise, the uprise. All right. Yeah, they would accuse you of touching a piece of wet baloney over there. All right. Yeah. And next thing you know, you got a bunch of angry white folks over here. All right. Emmett Till. Come on now. All right. Some of y'all know I'm not lying. It always has to do with your damn funky ass woman who is the Karens now who can't mind their damn business. All right. Yeah, it was the same white man who used you as an excuse to attack black folks has now left your ass in the middle of the street somewhere. All right. Yeah. Yeah, they'd rather take up arms and get a foreign white woman. All right. Yeah, they'd rather go get an Asian, goddammit. All right. Somebody's going to abide by some of this white supremacist teaching. All right. You're too radical. All right. Too many of the young white women are running around here and looking for some black folks, some black males to coddle up with. All right. Yeah. Okay. No, that's just what y'all dealing with. This is why you're mad at your woman. All right. Recognize Trump's wife is not an American white woman. No, she isn't. What is she? All right, then. All right. I'm trying to tell you some good shit for free. Richard Spencer, not an American white woman. No, he used to mess with an Asian woman. All right. Yeah. Huh? No, go sit your little small head ass down somewhere. All right. If you think you know something because you don't. All right. Yeah, them white men have been, all right, God damn it, fed up, all right, with that woman next to him. Though she is fully responsible for all crimes done against freedmen. Let that be clear. All right. She sat right there shotgun and was just happy as ever, as long as he didn't turn around and put the boot to her ass. All right. Right. Absolutely. This is what they were doing to come at. When I told you they came after black males using our sisters with that feminist bullshit. That was about black males getting more rights and the right to vote and all these other things before they did. This is what they were angry at. All right. And it had nothing to do with anything else. That's what they told y'all. And recognize for these little white feminist groups, Well, and which white men are they lined up to go after here year to date? Don't give me Weinstein or Epstein or one of these other well-known, names. I'm talking about on a regular basis, who have they made it their business, all right, of white males to go after and get punishment from? All right? No, it don't never go like that, Halls. It don't. And if your white men are caught, it's because it is a plethora of flooding out the back door evidence that you can't hide. All right? Yes, indeed. All right? Goldberg, look at him, dirty. Even Spielberg, dirty. All right? All sexual assault crimes and cats that need to be investigated here. All right? But they can put up millions of dollars fund Me Too, and Me Too won't go after them. Think about that. All right? Yeah, everything I just said, go look it up. All right? Yeah. Shit, we keep paperwork of these things in here. That way can't nobody bullshit us. Now, speaking of paperwork, we got a picture of the racist white woman's face in here who left that bullshit ass note on the mailbox there and then tried to claim that she didn't do it. And then when she got caught, started talking about, oh, I keep hearing stuff on television and the radio, and I'm so scared. All right, whatever. Your fear was getting caught, Halls. All right. No, if she could have hopped her funky ass in that pickup truck and said all types of niggers and ran down the road, she would have been happy, because this is what a lot of you bastards live for. You ain't got nothing else to cling to. All right. Take white supremacy away from you. You're just dusty, mumbling to yourself and confused. All right. You can't be of any service, not even to yourself. All right. No, not without the racism. All right. Hold on.
I see on TV.
Man,
Don't watch TV.
don't watch. No, the news. It's bullshit, man. The news is fucking bullshit.
No, you're not, or else you wouldn't have done this.
Cancer, and I'm just scared to live here. I'm not used to all this.
But that has nothing to do with us colored, okay? That has nothing to do with
It
us.
has nothing to do with
We
man.
would help you
We
if you
all
were
do.
nice, but you're not. You're being rude, you're being racist, and that's not okay. That's not okay.
Right.
We've done nothing to you. As a matter of fact,
I'm sorry.
Man,
no, you're not. Lieutenant, he was on recording the
he
last
was
time
up
you
there and
approached
he heard.
us.
He heard you say that.
He
to us.
heard you. He had to stop his recording for his class. He heard you,
No, you're
man.
not, ma'am.
He heard you. Then if you were scared, then you would walk away, man.
So she's intentionally going around racist rants in the community. All right. In front of kids, dude. In front of children. This is the scum we're talking about. Y'all don't care to check these bastards at all. So we got to clean them up. That's a picture of her face right there, close up. All right. Yeah, you ain't with an FBI hat on. All right. Hold on.
I've been married 25 years, got divorced.
That has nothing to do.
Hey, look, man. Hey, from the bottom of my heart, from black folks to you, fuck your life, man. All right. We don't care when you were married. All right. For 25 years. All right. Who cares? All right. Does that mean that you must be a scumbag towards black folks everywhere you lost something? America has taught you could just take it out on us? No. All right. And if you want to be like that, as far as for society's terms, I'm going to tell all you little funky white supremacists, you will be isolated by your own. All right. Because a lot of them want to still keep making money. All right. And surviving. All right. No, this is not a big popular thing. It's what you guys used to bask in. There's a good deal of white folks who don't want white supremacy around them. All right. They understand the dangers that it causes, dude. All right. Yeah, she talking about she was married for 25. Man, who cares about your scumbag life? All right. Take you and all that racism and get back in the crib somewhere. All right. Hell, don't talk to nobody then. All right. But don't come out here expressing yourself in these cases here where you make the rest of the damn community feel uncomfortable. All right. No, because you share some type of hate that you can't even defend with your cowardly ass.
Married 25 years, got divorced.
That has nothing to do with this. That has nothing to do with how you're treating us and the things you're writing and the things that you're saying to us. We've done nothing to hurt you, nothing to provoke you.
Right.
We've said nothing. Exactly. Exactly. So this is unnecessary. This is very unnecessary, uncalled for, and you need to take accountability for that. That's not okay.
Okay.
That's not okay. There are children who are also Black here, and that is not okay. That is not okay.
Why, man?
I'm scared.
This type of behavior is what gets you into the situations you're telling us about, all right?
I'm just scared. I'm so sorry.
Ma'am, there's nothing to be about. We've never approached you. We've never done anything to you.
I'm sorry.
She's scared that she will lose the little bit of power of discriminating against Black folks that she has. All right? We're losing our grips on things. All right? That's where her fear comes at. All right? It's not any offense to a Black person. She don't give a shit about how we feel. How old and wrinkled she is. Her husband helped orchestrate in the cases to keep that racism flowing. At least she felt like she had some type of security with it to back it. All right? Yeah, speaking of him, he wasn't shit. Nor your parents.
That's not okay.
What's your issue? Your paper. Why? No,
No, you
we
didn't,
saw
ma'am. We
you.
watched you, ma'am.
Why?
We watched you. We were watching you the entire time.
You came up to us a few weeks ago saying you hate Black people. Why? We didn't do nothing to you.
We watched you tape it, ma'am. You cannot deny that. There are also cameras on that side too that can watch you as well. And we are reporting you because this is not okay. There are so many people in this complex that are also of color. This is not all right.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
And you continue to let this bastard know you don't accept her apology. The effed up thing for all the harassment going on in the community is, and this is white supremacy getting on code. They came back to tell that couple after she was caught red-handed, all right, that they're not sure about what they can charge her with. That was the news story there. All right, they don't know underneath what statute they can charge her. When you're Black, dude, they will go lift up some cardboard boxes in a basement, nigga. All right, to find a law to charge your Black ass. Right? Y'all remember? If y'all can't remember, this is a short period of time in here. Eric Adams was in trouble legally. They had him in the courts, and they wanted to remove him as mayor. So Kathy Hochul's little racist, wicked witch of London looking ass, all right, sent Al Sharpton out here, all right, to try to smooth the crowd over and like deliver the message. But what they were going to use, all right, was some type of law back in the 1700s. All right, that's what I mean by they get creative when they want to do something to us. All right, yeah, they ain't never stop looking, nigga, till they find some charges. All right, hold on.
No,
you're
back
not.
up. Back up. No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You're not sorry because no, you're not. If you were, you would have done this shit. Scared of what? We don't fucking bother you. No, you're lying. It's TV. It's fucking not real. It's fucking TV.
There's a kid that's 22-year-old that drives a brand new Corvette.
And what about that? That doesn't affect you. That shouldn't matter to you. No one's doing anything to you.
What,
yeah, exactly. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Because he's Black, you don't think he can own that shit? Really?
No, she doesn't. And the fact that he has a brand new Corvette and she's making the money she's making, all right, they feel like they're losing grips of power, dude. She's explaining why she's scared. All right. No, you niggas have too much. You're too intelligent. You're calling us on our bull crap everywhere we move. We're not comfortable underneath of this sanctuary of dog whistling anymore. We can't even do that. All right? Because it's a Santee Walden or some type of other out here on your ass 24/7. All right? How can we possibly get away with this shit? The answer is you can't. All right? And you eliminate systematic white supremacy by exposing it. putting a flashlight on it, letting it be known. Huh? No, look at this little racist bastard right here. That's how you eliminate it. All right. A person is very much more cautious, all right, to do some trifling ass shit here, Halls, knowing that everybody and their mama looking at you. All right. Go ahead and try it. All right. Yes, indeed. And that goes to any form of white supremacy, from their trolling, all right, to their harassing black folks, to the Karen-like behavior, to calling the police on us. All of that shit falls underneath the same umbrella. All right. None of it's different. All right. Uninvited guests. All right. No, blatant harassment. All right. Trying to crew up with people to be racist with. You know, they need lynch mobs. All right. These cowards never can come to you individually. They got to go get some other folks with them. All right. Standing by themselves here makes the acts of their behavior way too obvious. All right. They need somebody to share the brunt of this bullshit with. All right. Oh, yeah. Was what I was talking about with Ghana and a person being in chains trying to imitate the acts of slavery. Y'all ain't getting shit off of our name. All right. You're freeloaders here, Halls, and you're uninvited guests. And you can stop using our reparations terms here, Halls, because they've already showed y'all, all right, from all the rest of the countries going ahead together, that they're not going to give you shit, dude. And it's a blatant contradiction in here for you to go ahead to try to get money off of the same individuals that you were responsible selling. All right. You were slavers right along with these bastards. All right. Yeah, they backstabbed you. That's all. All right. They looked at you and they understood for the circumstances that this relationship with them is worth a whole lot more here, Halls. All right. If they can move y'all stinking asses out of the way. All right. Hold on here.
Somebody help! Somebody help me!
We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's Ghana begging conference. Yeah, they went on a 3-day begging conference from June 17th to June 19th, and they had 3 different locations where they were just begging for reparations. And on the 19th, out of all days, they used a Black American holiday to spotlight slavery for reparations. Yeah, so while Black Americans were celebrating freedom, they were like, look, we were in bondage and slavery. Please give us some money. These are their requests. This is fluff right here. We want no apologies. They don't really want no apologies. This is what they really want. A clean slate for their debts that they owe to Western, to the Europeans. They want a clean slate. Mind you, this is debt that they accumulated from the Europeans. Then they want cash reparations. And you know what they want for Black Americans? For you to have free access to Africa. Like we don't already got that. My passport give me access to the world, right? The U.S. passport give you access to the world. So why are you giving me something that I already have access to? They don't want no tangibles for Black Americans. They don't want no cash reparations for Black Americans. It's just cash for Africa. And I want to say the Caribbeans and some of those Latin countries. Can you believe it? Some of those Latin American countries. But they used a Black American holiday to make this statement. What despicable and wicked, right? Use your own holidays to demonstrate this, and then they want to turn, or you know what? They already did. They turned slavery into a tourist industry right there in Ghana. Wow.
I agree with him. Definitely agree with him. Shout out to our brother. The way I look at it, and I see it here clearly, man, a bunch of these cats don't have any legitimate standing politically to ask for shit, dude. All right? No, not unless you're going to mooch off of our names, nigga. All right, a moocher. All right. No, not because it's appropriate or it makes any goddamn sense. This is just what these cats do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ghana looks like shit, man. All right. No, it looks y'all ain't even got no damn farmland left, nigga. You don't really even have any farmland. All right. And you're trying to hijack the reparations thing each time they do it, keeping our names away from it. That's the disdain right there. Because you know who you stole it from. You know who popularized it here for 2026, and it wasn't no goddamn Ghana. All right. It wasn't y'all. So that makes you a thief. All right. Every time that they come out Juneteenth or any other holiday here and sit up and try to make a mockery of our damn culture, claiming that this is causes in a place for them to get reparations. No, you're mad because the Chinese and the Asians over here screwed you over, all of these little railroads and the money that y'all took up front. And all right, no, now the gold mining everywhere for these Asians, they done tore y'all a new asshole, nigga. All right, right. Y'all screwed yourselves over politically, taking bullshit ass deals. All right. Now, when everything then failed, you go back to the same freakmen which your people have been sabotaging in our country to steal our damn reparations claim, nigga. Hold your own nuts, nigga. All right. That's what you can do. All right. Because we see you flat out, dude. And we recognize the bad business deals that you've had with other countries and why it stinks over there for real. All right. Why the water is so trifling. All right. Yeah, the lady said trying to avoid poisons and toxins in the world, and that water in Ghana is like trying to avoid the mosquitoes. That's the comparison that woman put down. Yeah, y'all are doing bad, nigga. When people are so stupid here, Halls, that you're worried about gold and making money so much that the factors of you eating don't even cross your mind. You can't put so much lead and mercury in the water here, Halls, that you have destroyed majority of your farmland, nigga. All right? Yeah, that's called self-inflicted damage, Halls. All right? Yes, indeed. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, so I'm kind of confused. Help me not be a raccoon, okay? So a grown Asian man and his grown Asian son run down and shoot a child, a BLK child in the back. And now women can't go get their nails done? And I don't live in Atlanta. I don't live in Chicago. I don't live in Detroit. So where am I supposed to find these Black
brothers and sisters? Please do not forget to support the channel. All right. Good morning and thank you. I just got to make sure I put that up there. All right. Thank you. Let me keep rolling.
nail salons, these Black-owned nail salons? We all don't have the same circumstances. First of all, my Asian nail guy ain't do nothing to me, ever. He is very nice, very cordial. I've been going to him for 5 years, and I'm gonna continue going to him. Just because one Asian family got away with murder doesn't mean I'm gonna boycott all of them. Can you?
Yeah. And this is a Sambo. This is why I said coon in the front, because you know what you're dealing with. All right. Yeah, trying to make justifications for your oppressor when they make no justifications on the levels of abuse that they're going to put upon you. They just react, nigga. All right. Yeah, here's the problem with tethers.
You imagine if anybody took that stance when it came to BLK people? Oh, we're not going to do business with any of them. That'd be every other week. We're always in the headlines. We're always doing something.
They're already not doing business with us. You brain dead young lady. Brain dead. No, they're already not doing business with us. Can you imagine if they did that to black people? It's been going on. This is why our mama and pop stores and little hole-in-the-wall spots that locally used to be there in your community are gone, ma'am. All right? Yes. Shut your ass down somewhere.
There's always gang violence. There's always something going on. Are you serious? So because I couldn't find a black nail salon and I went back to my Asian guy, I'm the problem? Black women have been getting pimped by black men for so long, we don't even know we getting pimped. A man and his male Asian son gunned down this little boy. And what are the men doing? They're telling us don't get your nails done? I'm not doing that. And some lady on here, she said, well, if something happens to you, we're not gonna ride for you. Is this riding? I don't want it. What do you mean you're not gonna ride for me? What does that mean? You're not gonna prank call, order Chinese food and not pick it up?
That means that black folks will do whatever the hell that we feel here at this time is justified to make sure that we fix the situation, because we don't want to have these things happening anymore. Thus, if we can take one perspective of black folks not even being around in your stores to spend any money here, that takes the likelihood of you performing any task of abuse towards our women, children, elderly, etc., any of us, because our money ain't in there in the first place. It's smart, ma'am. All right? Coons are always trying to find a way to lay back down, nigga. All right? Yeah, so you ain't got to do nothing. All right? No, trying to find a way to submit. All right? Well, ain't nothing we can do. Well, you know, get your pussy ass on. All right? Right. This message is no good. All right? It speaks of a person here that's broken. And if you are broken, that's fine. But don't pass trash along to the rest of us. If you're scared, go to church. All right? Hold on here.
Is that the ride for me? I don't want it. Y'all don't do shit. Y'all don't do anything. If the best idea you have is to boycott Asian places, women are boycotting. Men don't have nothing to do with it. They sitting around looking like this.
I think you just. And part of this feminist trash with no man in sight. All right. And there goes a part of your problem too here. Now you start talking Zaddy, her whole face will light up. Oh, the black men, they ain't sitting around just looking. No, they're not. No, all the worthless niggas you know are sitting around doing that. All right. And the real ones don't associate with you. This is why it's unfamiliar to you. All right. We don't share spaces with Sambos.
Are y'all gonna do it? I have something to say in that. I'm not doing this. Am I wrong? So he kept me here to somehow help us. Is there no other better solution? Because I wouldn't want to be rated on a scale with all black people. Get out of here. I'm going to my Asian spot.
So you had to play the game the way you.
I mean, it brings me back to Harriet Tubman. I always mention this to people. Harriet Tubman didn't carry the shotgun here in her photos there so much for the oppressor as much as she carried that shotgun for the coons who got cold feet and wanted to return back to the plantation. Oh, that's who that shotgun was for. All right. So you gonna go free one way or the other, nigga. All right. You gonna go free. All right. And that shotgun was reinsurance. All right. Oh, yeah. Because I'm not going to let the rest of these damn slaves who decide that they're going to want to be free be sabotaged. All right. By the mentally broken and colonized Negro or whatever the case is we got standing right here. All right. You're not going to do that. And that's what this shotgun is for. All right. No, that's the end of the business deal. All right. Yep. Just in case, nigga, you get cold feet. All right. Don't worry. You're going to go free one way or the other. All right. Yep. You ain't snitching on nobody. All right. Right. Now you remember what that damn shotgun was for. All right. Because most people get it. You get it effed up seeing her in that rocking chair. All right. And not breaking down the math for that. You got to understand, for every group of folks in here that want to, be a part of the revolution and you want to go ahead to attack that, it's always going to be extras sitting around, all right, who are comfortable in the dominant society system, dude. What's going on, George Perry? I see you in the building. Much love to you once again, brother. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to want to stay tied to this system because they understand, oh, well, living ain't too bad. What is we's going to do? All right. Not understanding here, Halls, that yes, it should be a dream for Black society to be able to do and to take care of ourselves and not have anybody else in our damn business trying to call any damn shots. All right. This extra authority comes behind. All right. No, a lot of the sellouts in here, Halls, looking back for the approval of jokers who will never accept you anyway. All right. Not at all. All right. I don't give a shit what you do. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and keep rolling.
They are the beating heart of this country. They are us and we are them. And to ignore the simple truth, to refuse to respect the contributions and experiences of people who aren't exactly like us, y'all puts us all at risk. Failing to see the humanity in all people puts us all on a slip.
Here's something that I cannot get past. There is a consistent, calculated, and deliberate strategy that is being formed around our immigration discussion, where the Democratic Party found it to be politically advantageous to impact apportionment and maintain power in the House of Representatives. And so now their party platform has adopted the idea that immigrants come first. This conversation has nothing to do with policy. It has everything to do with emotional framing and attempting to move you from focusing on the law, completely drag you into your emotions, because nobody likes someone who's mean to their neighbor. I mean, duh. All of the good feelings that you have about legal immigrants, that emotion gets transferred to everybody, to people who you don't know their background. We have no idea who they are. You don't know their circumstances. You don't know if they have records back home. You have no idea about these people, but they're your neighbors. By removing the word illegal from the conversation, they want to collapse the distinction. This is an example of semantic conflation, and it's very intentional. Now, any policy that enforces immigration feels like you're being harmful to your neighbor. The emotional response is going to be to shut down any conversation or political analysis of the problem. And that is exactly the point and why they're doing this. Here's what I can't get past. It's the blatant hypocrisy. The same political movement who tells you that illegal immigrants are your neighbors is the same political party that told you that if your relatives, your spouse, your friends, your children, your mother, your father voted for Trump, you should cut them off. And in some cases, even if they didn't vote for Trump, even if they're just Republican or independent and just not Democrat, that you should disinvite them to Christmas dinner. Let me say this again very clearly. Your actual neighbor, the one who grew up next door to you, the one who spent years with you, the one who's lived life with you, the one who shares your bloodline, it's okay to cut them off according to this particular party. If they voted differently than you, the message is yes, cut them off. But the person who entered the country illegally under unknown circumstances, who you've never met, is your neighbor.
My Lord. No, she's spitting truth to power. A complete damn stranger. All right. Some weird, got purple haired joker. All right. One leg. You don't even understand what he's talking about. Shady background. All right. Picking his nose. That's your neighbor right there. You don't even know this nigga. All right. Right. But you're supposed to provide an extra plate and a seat at the table for this joker. All right. If you want to know where the Democrats have permanently cooked themselves, it's right here. Because that's hypocrisy in its own, and she's absolutely correct here. No, I'm supposed to cut my damn family member off. All right, my homeboy or homegirl, because they have a difference in where they're placed at here politically. It's not Democrat. All right, I told you some of these niggas was shaving their hair off and everything, dude. It didn't make any sense. And it goes back to, all right, no, supporting damn, illegal aliens in people's feet that ain't even supposed to be on the soil. What happened to the damn law, dude? All right, these are the things that are supposed to protect us.
And you should embrace them automatically. I want someone to explain to me the consistent moral principle behind this because I can't find one. What I can find is just political strategy. Bigger issue for me is that Americans are being ignored. This is the part that genuinely troubles me. While we're being asked to prioritize the emotional needs of people who enter the country illegally, there are American citizens sleeping under bridges tonight. There are veterans who you pass every day coming off a freeway exit. There are kids in the inner cities that don't have the basic things that they need. In middle America who can't find work. There are people all over this country who are experiencing hardship that largely goes ignored by everyone. I'm not saying we can't even have compassion for people who cross the border illegally, but compassion is not a finite resource. You put your own mask on first. What I'm saying is that a government's first obligation is its citizens, full stop. And a political movement who generates enormous emotional energy around people who cross the border illegally over their own citizens, they're not for the American people. They're showing comparatively little to no urgency when it comes to American citizens. Inner cities have been in need of everything since I was a child, and we had to scoot our desks together to share one geometry book between 4 children because we're always told they have no money for funding, but somehow they found billions of dollars for illegal immigrants. And this is not anything against people who have migrated to this country. This is more about our government and how they utilize these subjects for emotional currency while completely neglecting their own citizens. They're deciding who counts as your neighbor based on their own political framing. You're talking to Black people, it's like everything's stacked against you. It's imperialist, it's racist, it's horrible. You should just leave all these white people here and just go back to Africa, and you're never going to make it, and everything's stacked against you, and don't celebrate 4th of July. You have nothing to be proud of. But when they're talking about illegal immigration, it's like we should actually embrace them so that they want a better life. They should come here for the American dream. What American dream? On one hand, you're saying there isn't one, that the system is rigged, but then you're trying to explain to us why all these people should come here for a better life. How is it a better life when you guys are saying that you're moving out of the country because it's so bad, but then you're at the same time arguing that other people should be able to come here? Their message is based on whatever benefits them. At some point, I just wish that it would stop and they would start being held accountable and actually do their job and stop playing these games. That's what I would like to see happen. I just can't. I go deeper on this subject over on my Substack. Click the link in my bio to join my community.
Stamped. I completely agree. Yes, Black first. I completely agree. All right. Yeah, and their agenda here is so flippant and stupid here, you have to admit, because she had a good point there. All right, to a case. No, you talk about people coming over here for a better life, but in that same breath of air, you telling us that there's no economic resources for us. Well, then let them as a group and as a whole, for all of these fools over here, that's what you are, damn fools. All right, allow them niggas, all right, to clean up their own goddamn problem. You should never be looking in Black people's direction as a politician for as long as your answer is that there's no economic resources for you, but we're prepared to back up a couple bricks trucks, nigga, for illegals. No, nigga. All right, well then you need to take care of them. You need to get all these people to the voting booths. You need to get a select amount of people to get your ass in office, because that's not Black people's duty to take care of the lost and found and abandoned and Sarah's house people's folks. That's not our job, nigga. All right? No, to take care of the illegals, the non-citizens of the world, nigga. All right? The wanderers. All right? Nigga, I don't know where the hell you came from, and it ain't my goddamn business. All right, right. But I tell you what, there shouldn't be any system here that allows those jokers to skip the line economically over us. All right. And if you go in here and you're voting Democrat anywhere, that's what you're voting on, dude. And they're letting you know that every time they have one of these big speeches, Michelle Obama, Hakeem Jeffries, whoever it is, The center of that is the protection of illegals, nigga, not us. All right. It is about how you need to abolish ICE, and all of a sudden, for one of the first times here in any form of political history, you're watching politicians go directly at law enforcement. All right. Yeah, man. I don't want to hear this shit. All right. You want people to compromise and break the law for non-citizens, Halls, and we're not going to back you behind that. All right. This is why the Obamas are unpopular. This is why Barack Obama is looked at by black people as a Kenyan. All right. Black my ass, nigga. All right. No, he politically moved around in office as a Kenyan. All right. He had no resources for us. A whole bunch of lip service. All this wiping dirt off your shoulder and going to basketball games don't do shit for black people. All right. Watching Michelle and Barack Obama do the Dougie in front of the White House. And, all right, where that money at? All right, that's what we're looking at. Reparations, nigga. Where's the paper? I don't give a shit that you know how to dance or you can look stupid in front. You know how to do the, well, what's that dumbass dance that they had out there? Boots to the ground. Who gives a shit? All right, boots to the ground, your ass, some legislation, all right, that's financially going to go ahead to support black people here. All right, that's what you do. I don't give a shit about your dance moves, nigga. All right, no, Sheila Jackson Lee, before she died, man, had her hand all on her lower back and shit, doing line dances looking stupid in Tulsa. All right, and that was supposed to be their reward to black folks. Hey, look, niggas, we can dance. Who gives a shit? All right. You've been doing too much dancing. That's the problem. All right. Hold on.
Huh? They gonna fuck you up. Who?
It's something like, yeah, the maintenance man in here destroyed this dude's house. All right. And he's in a lot of goddamn trouble, y'all. All right. Excuse me. I got to switch subjects. He's in real trouble. All right. Because the sink wasn't like that before the man had left. Now the sink is pouring water at the bottom. All right. And the man said the owner of the house is going to put his foot in his ass. All right. Now, from what I'm looking at here, I guess he was the person hired to do the job here. All right. And this is how bad, let you know, I'm used to doing maintenance and stuff like this, man. This is how I know it done got horrible. All right. Check this out.
Huh? They gonna fuck you up. Who? Huh?
Say about what?
They gonna fuck you up. You fuck my shit up, bro.
Bro, I ain't fucked nothing up, bro. I'm trying to fix it, bro. I told you I need to go in front of the house. I know in the basement, that's where you cut the water off at.
They wasn't doing this.
Bro, I didn't. There you go, man. You think I fucked your shit? No.
So why you holding it then?
Because I got to fix this. I got people.
I'm saying, who did that though?
I did.
Okay.
Okay, what I do need though, all I need for you right now.
I ain't holding nothing.
I don't need you to hold anything. All I need you to give me a pair of vice grips.
I don't got no fucking vice grips, man.
Give me a knife. Like a razor, anything. I'll put it back on there. You want to do it like that?
Huh?
Nigga, why you went from goddamn grip pliers, nigga, to a knife? And what relation are they affiliated with each other tool-wise? For all the handymen out here, I'm one too. All right. How do we go from grip pliers to a knife, nigga? No, you don't know what you're doing, Halls. You're in there fucking them people's shit up. All right. Look at him. All right. He got the most concerned face in the world, quote unquote, fixing their shit. Very concerned. Concerned like you don't know what the hell you doing, concerned. Look at him. All right. No, from grip and fucking the bottom of the sink is leaking, nigga. All right. He said, look, man, he said, I'm not holding nothing. That's what the other guy said, holding the camera. All right. He's like, I don't need you to hold nothing. Just get me some grip pliers. All right. Or give me a knife, a razor. Oh, man, dude. All right. When you hire bullshit like that, then the damage starts to accumulate further than where you started from. You might have had a small problem coming through the door. All right. No, but this nigga came in and put a fucking shit
I ain't
up
holding
there.
nothing.
That's why you don't believe everybody. You need to see some credentials when people start working on your shit. All right. Yeah. To make sure they certified. You ain't got no crackerjack box nigga over here. All right. Or I fix my auntie. You know, I fix my mother's shit. Yeah, I can come fix yours. No, you can't. All right. Yeah, get away from that. All right. Don't touch it. All right. Stop looking at it, nigga. All right. You don't know what you're doing. All right. No, he's gonna fuck this shit up 30 times worse. All right. And why are they? Look, man, I know I ain't do my Game of Thrones video yet. I will, as promised. All right. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all, why the hell are they calling a sheep stealer, right? They're calling sheep stealer a YN, y'all. All right. Because he came in the battle with a gutlet and burnt down everything. All right. So they're calling sheep stealer a YN. All right. I thought this shit was funny this morning. All right. I actually did. All right. Well, I'm gonna let this brother go ahead to break it down. I'm like, YN. All right. Sheep stealer. All right. And somebody put a poo shiesty over top of the dragon's face. They put a poo shiesty over goddamn sheep stealer. All right. He said he a YN.
Everybody's talking about sheep stealer. They're calling it a YN. You know, this is a very bad behaved dragon. I don't know who raised this dragon. They just found it out in the street somewhere. We don't know where that dragon came from. Sheep stealer does whatever it wants. Sheep stealer does not listen. Sheep stealer steals sheeps. I mean, how much worse can it get? Raina, you have all this family drama going on, and then you went and found this group home dragon, this runaway dragon in the slums of the Vale.
Right. And this is why you don't just take random, goddamn it. All right, in the wild dragons. They say for the dragons that they have, for the show's concepts is that it's raised in the crypt there with the damn Targaryens. That or another person goes ahead to claim one of these dragons. Possibly nobody has worn and nobody has drove it on top of for 20-something years. A few of them were like that. All right, where they wouldn't have a rider for 20-something years. All right, right. For this damn, dragon, sheep stealer. All right. No, this is just one of the extra dragons that they said that was claimed. But in the story, I want to say they said Rhaenyra is the person who claimed sheep stealer, not this young lady here. But they're changing up, not Rhaenyra, a young black woman here that they had in the story. But they're changing up a few details in the show here, even down to the cases of how Rhaenyra's son ended up getting killed, you know, with his dragon or what have you here. And they're putting that into place partially because of sheep stealer trying to bite one of the other dragons, burning down all of it. He was just chaotic, man. All right, they're putting that for the reason why Rhaenyra's son has died. That's partially the reason. All right, which is not all the way there. Not just that, but during the battle with a gauntlet, all of the other dragons were there too, dude. Them other dragon riders that she had. In the show, they don't place them there. They got all of them sitting on a mountain somewhere. All right, hold on.
And decided I'm going to bring you to the family reunion. If you're at a family function and the family starts fighting, you as a guest are supposed to mind your business. You don't jump in. Raina, why would you bring something like this around your family? The dragons you were raised around come from good homes. they were raised right, they were loved, they were always well fed. That is not his story. Team Black lost another dragon and Rhaenyra lost another kid. And it's because of you and your lack of discernment and your poor judge of character. The things you do affect other people.
Damn, dude. They gave Sheep Stealer the business this morning. Up, they calling Sheep Stealer a YN. Huh? They put a Scully, they put a Pooh Shiesty over him and everything. All right. No, I think the description is correct, man. All right. So far, shit, ain't nothing wrong with it. All right. You tell me where that dragon's discipline is at, man. And all right, these layers in between right and wrong. She didn't really have a familiar relationship with the dragon. She just claimed that damn dragon. So they haven't really even been able to bond. And as that dragon was taking her to Dragonstone, it ended up navigating over to the Battle of the Gutlet. That's how that shit ended up happening. So there's a lot of confusion there with that. And she went to go ahead to give it a message to burn everything. All right, to burn all the ships, and he started burning all the damn ships. No, even the blacks, god damn it. All right, right. All right. Part 2. America is not racist. Oh boy. And this is a contradiction here on its face, but all right, we'll come back to address some of this here. All right, let me let y'all see this real quick.
America isn't racist. America is a place where 600,000 people left the shores of West Africa, migrated over to America, and grew into a population of 40 million. We even took our own boats. They even allowed us to pick our lily white God-fearing families to go home with. They gave us jobs and allowed us to work in the cotton industry. America was such an equal opportunity employer that they didn't discriminate against our kids. They loved our family so much that they even waged a war on drugs after they put crack in our neighborhoods. When they knew that we were good and suffering from drugs, they gave us rehab. How we knew racism was for sure over in America is when we elected the 44th president of America, Barack Hussein Obama, who promised to bring about change. This is the ghetto before Obama. This is the ghetto after Obama.
I mean, that's just a big change, ain't it? All right. No, change is coming. Huh? What did it have? Signed, sealed, delivered, nigga. Stevie Wonder. All right. Every time they show Barack, nigga. All right. Stevie Wonder music. All right. And he says the ghetto looks completely the same. All right. Hold on.
Obama got laws put on the book that specifically help black people everywhere. They love Flint, Michigan so much that they even got iced tea coming out the faucet.
Oh, man.
Cities even made our clubs safer by banning everything that black people wear.
No, jerseys, fitted caps, Timberland boots, Jordans, athletic gear, baggy pants. All right, hold on.
So now that we know that America is not racist, I wonder how it would be if it was racist.
Oh, man. Yeah, good work, brother. You know what? Great work. All right, that's the most I have to say. And yes, of course, he's being sarcastic, man. All right, the nigga said they got Flint, Michigan, got iced tea coming out the joint. All right, I'm talking about water brown as hell coming out the tub, man. All right, you know you wrong. Brown as hell. All right, now let's go over here to start to look at media tutorials here for a second. Shout out to our brother. He always usually has something wise to add in here. And I know I'm mixing a couple of subjects in here, but this is usually how we roll. Good morning, family. And he went to pull up something from Ohio, I want to say. And they had a law here on the books that states something here in the cases of
and I care about where my money goes. Fraud. I'm not here to pay for.
There's this lady in the beginning that he has in there going off. I watched a piece of it. And like the anger about this is that for any men out here that decide to, you want a fraternity test and something's wrong with you and all of this other crap. If you want a fraternity test here year to day, you're a smart individual. All right. You want to protect your legacy. You understand that with the rates and stuff here, how percentages are, nigga. All right. You never know. All right. I watched the Joker. That nigga raised 5 or 6 kids that wasn't his. All right. Yeah. So you might want to figure these things out early. All right.
And I care about where my money goes. I'm not here to pay for so-and-so because there's a confusion about who's the father. That's not my business.
There's a new bill in the Ohio House named the Right to Know Act. Tim, Kaylee, the act is all about requiring hospitals to offer genetic testing at birth to verify paternity, as well as reduce any errors that could possibly happen in hospitals.
We got bigger problems. We have bigger problems. I'm sorry. I'm not paying for no mandatory test.
I think it's very important that we get these things established very early on, because the last thing we want is someone raising a child for 5, 6, 7 years believing it's theirs.
I feel like DNA testing at birth, to me, is like, no matter how you spin it, no matter how you try to dress it up, you are telling your wife, I think you've been cheating on me.
What gives all of these folks out here the benefit of the doubt? When you're living in an era where cheating ain't a big deal, all right? Folks doing disgusting shit to their partner ain't nothing. You see this stuff in repetition. All right. More folks get angry at the circumstances that you get caught, not at the facts that you're doing your partner wrong. Yeah, a fraternity test is absolutely necessary. And it doesn't go ahead to point to say that you're cheating. But what it does is give that father reinsurance. All right. He knows he's taking care of his child. Let me give y'all a quick story. Just talking to a young lady. Older lady, as a matter of fact. She's older than me. All right. And she admitted to me that she picked the more competent dude that she was laying up with. And she knew it wasn't the father. All right. To make sure her child was taken care of. All right. That's where I draw the line, dude. All right. No, because you are responsible with your resources and you decided to move a certain way. Now, all of a sudden, that's supposed to be a consequence for me. No, this is why these blood tests are important, dude, to protect everybody, especially the child.
I carried this baby for 9 months. I just pushed out a 8-pound human.
That could not be mine.
I think that the United States making DNA testing mandatory is stupid. I don't think that, it's something that if you feel like you need a DNA test, go do that on your own time because you feel that way. I don't think every person, there's millions of people in the United States. Like, it doesn't make sense that people could be using that time to do other things. Like, you could be saving a life. You could be in a hospital saving a life.
And I care about where my money goes. I'm not here to pay for so-and-so because there's a confusion about who's the father. That's not my business. Handle your personal shit. And for me, I want to fund schools. I want to fund the MTA because the trains are never on time. We got bigger problems.
What the hell is she talking about, y'all? What are you talking about? You want to fund schools and MTA trains because the train ain't never on? What the hell does that got to do with you take with bastard baby making, baby? All right? What does one got to do with the other? All right? Don't ever let people talk stupid to you. If it does not relate or there's no correlation in between the two, nigga, then they talking bullshit. All right? Talking about we got bigger problems. Ain't nothing bigger than making sure you know who that mother and father is, baby. All right? No, you can't change the subject on that. All right? You can only make yourself obviously look and seem as if you're an incompetent person or you trying to get over. All right? One of the two. All right? If your attention is not focused back on the well-being and the safety of that child. And it goes back to the cases of this, and I mean this so wholeheartedly. for as much as you hear some of these young ladies go ahead to speak out, they don't give a shit about that damn child. All right? And her trying to deflect like that just showed you. All right? This is about what she can get.
I'm not here to pay for so-and-so because there's a confusion about who's the father. That's not my business. Handle your personal shit. And for me, I want to fund schools. I want to fund the MTA because the trains are never on time. We got bigger problems. We have bigger problems. I'm sorry. I'm not paying for no mandatory test.
You are not lying. I'm the father of that baby, boss. Boss, I'm that baby's daddy. I'm the pappy.
I don't think there's any issue with a man taking care of another man's child. Women do it all the time.
Imagine trying to have a knowledgeable dinner time conversation with a woman that acts like this, and there's nowhere to go within this conversation because she doesn't care about you.
Exactly. Don't give a shit about you. If you live or die, nigga, don't care. You cannot have a suitable conversation with that young lady like that. She's already in the bushes. All right. Hold on. Let me let him finish.
So they're perpetually unaccountable and they're Super Saiyan deflectors.
I had two guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child.
Listen to me. When people hear me and some folks get mad, that ain't no made up number, dude. All right. Fraternity fraud in America is somewhere at 40%. That's damn near half, dude. You damn right you better check to make sure that that's your child, dude. Some people are so happy, excuse me, to have a child or to believe that a child is theirs. Yeah, they don't even, after a certain amount of years, they don't even want to know. All right? Now, that's the embarrassing part about this. No, you've been chumped all the way down to crumbs, nigga. All right? Why would you ask a question like that? Why would you want to know something like that? Because that's the difference between right and wrong, goddammit. All right? And if your mama ain't living right, then that should be known. All right?
40%.
Mandatory DNA testing before signing a birth certificate.
You're motherfucking right.
Yeah.
Put that on God record, bitch. Because my thing is, it could save so many families, children, and BDs a whole heap of heartache.
Yep.
Because it makes no sense, and it is also not medically sound to just leave it in the hands of the good Lord on who the real baby daddy is. No, baby, we need it in blood. Huh?
Yep.
And that's a woman with sense. I see some people rolling out here, and that's fine. Don't get mad because a woman with sense just walked in there. All right? No, me and her can have that conversation. All right? Because it's about facts, man. You start talking about things in a case here of male and female, and some folks in here, even some of the males, all right, live in this place of nostalgia where you want life to be exactly what you want it to be. Never mind what the truth is. The truth is too hard to deal with, nigga. That's called, all right, nigga, living life, nigga, and fallacy, Hoss. That's what that's called. All right, you are a person in here that wants to be on some make-believe shit for as long as you can. All right, and any person who comes to disrupt that is the enemy. All right, recognize that, dude. All right, you start talking about the truth. Yeah, everybody wants the truth on their behalf here on what's going to benefit their setting of life. If that means that your so-and-so dollars a month get snatched off the table and you got to go ahead and line up with the pookie that you actually laid up with to have this child here, Hoss, now all of a sudden, you know what, you're the bad guy. All right, that's wrong. Well, I don't see how it's a big deal. I'm looking at the nigga's pocket suffering, dude, who don't know. All right, he's working so damn much here, Hoss. He's just happy to say that he's finally had a child, not remembering here for some of y'all, but y'all doctors and told you can't even have kids. All right. And if that's your case, you damn sure need to check, dude. All right. Yeah. Sitting up in here. Ain't nothing cool about sitting around here taking care of somebody else's kid. Some woman and lied to you. All right. Now for the roasting session here. This poor woman here stole a lottery ticket out of Walmart. One of the customers hit for $2,700. All right. And she took the ticket and ran off. She cashed it some type of way, and they locked the ass up. This is the mugshot. You can still see whatever wig she had on. They snatched it right off her head at the station. All right, hold on.
Man, this got to be the funniest story I've seen all week. So Florida man won $2,700 on a lottery ticket, right? He took it to Walmart to go cash it. So the cashier, she was supposed to be helping him cash the ticket. Instead, she took the ticket, put it in her vest, walked out the Walmart and went to her car. So the police found the receipt of the lottery ticket in her car and everything. Man, she should just went on her lunch break, bro. Look at her mugshot, dog. You know, they just pulled her wig straight off her head, glue and everything. You can see all the glue remnants and everything. Like, they just scalped her ass. Like, she should have just went on a lunch break, man. This is the funniest picture, man. Now your mugshot on the internet forever. This is crazy, dog. Man, this got to be the funniest.
Oh, this one. God damn, I ain't say nothing, man. Poor woman. All right. No, you shouldn't take nothing from nobody, dude. I'm not for the cases of you stealing from people. All right. All right, hell no, man. I don't have a pity story. I ain't gonna go in on you, but I don't pity you at all. Because you knew what you were doing. All right. Let's get a story about racism here one more again. All right. And this guy had a great story, all right, speaking and talking about the elements here of racism here in America. And he used his friend's family, for example, and preferably his friend's mother. All right. And this story to me this morning was interesting. This is why I'm going to share it with you. All right. And I will chime in probably more so the halfway mark. All right. Because it's a good story. All right. Hold on here.
Make sure the white folks in your life don't love you like a dog. I got a story for you. Take a ride with me. So back in my late 20s, I was really close friends with this white guy. We're going to call him Spencer. And Spencer and I, we worked together. We worked out together. We lived a few minutes apart. Spencer was my guy. And Spencer kind of hit the father-in-law jackpot. His father-in-law, we're going to call him Dustin. He was mid-50s, but just a really cool-ass dude. You know, we'd go over his house. We'd play cards, drink, watch the game. Our whole crew would hang over there, even without Spencer. And interestingly enough, Dustin's mom lived next door to him. Now she's older, mid to late 70s, but still sharp. And if you're at Dustin's house enough, you're going to run into her. Now, one day I'm over at Dustin's house and him and I are sitting at his kitchen table. His wife is standing nearby. And at this point, we've known each other several years. So, you know, he's comfortable with me. I don't remember exactly how it came up. Knowing me, I was probably talking about race because I don't hesitate to talk about race in front of white folks. But Dustin decides to tell me about the one time he used the N-word. He was a young boy growing up in Texas in the 1960s. He got into a confrontation with a black kid and he lets it fly. Now, a young white boy in the South using a racial slur in the 1960s didn't surprise me. He surely had plenty of white men around to model that kind of behavior. But what did surprise me was the shame. 50 years later,
Yes, and don't forget to smash the like button, share this video, and of course, support the channel here. All right. However, whatever you can here, Hoss, but make sure that you do show your love. All right. Going through these circumstances back and forth from converting one channel here to the new here, that always brings us into some rings of troubles here. All right. So make sure that you show your love here, Hoss. So just got to put that back in here. Let's let the story keep going. And thank you for all the people who has. All right. I appreciate you.
It felt more like almost like a confession. Like he was unburdening himself to maybe one of the few people in his life that could judge him the harshest. And it felt like if he could find that guy today, he'd want to look him in the eyes and apologize. So I respected that. And I respected that he trusted me enough to go there. But here's where shit got real racist real fast. While Dustin was telling me his story, his mom had moseyed in and sat down at the table with us. And when he's done talking, she chimes in, well, you know, that's just how things were back then. He didn't mean any harm. When I was younger, we had a nanny and I loved her to death. Just like that. No hesitation. Hardest of R's and rolls off her tongue like honey. Dustin's face turns beet red. His wife's mouth drops to the floor. Her eyes are about to fall out of the sockets. She starts drifting back into the kitchen like Homer Simpson into the bushes. I can read both of their faces very clearly. They want her to stop talking immediately. They are drowning in embarrassment and they want this to be over. But I did not. So I looked over at Dustin's mom and I encouraged her to please tell me more. And so for the next 5 minutes, and I'm sure it seemed like an hour for Dustin, I listened to his mom wax poetic about all the things she loved about her nanny. Her nanny did this, her nanny did that. And it wasn't just her, all of her siblings also adored nanny. Now, with each use of the N-word, Dustin sinks deeper into his chair, and his wife, who was once standing next to us, she's now laser focused on cooking. She wants no parts of this conversation. Here's what stayed with me. Dustin's mom was in her mid to late 70s, which means that her nanny had very dead for at least 20 to 30 years. Now, while I walked away from that conversation able to give you a full list of all the things that this woman meant to that family, there's one thing that I couldn't tell you: her name. Because Dustin's mom never used it. Not once. And that's the moment I'll never forget. Not because it was shocking, but because of what it revealed. Most people, especially white people, think racism is about hate. But Dustin's mom did not hate this woman. She loved her. She told me multiple times how much she loved her. And yet, that love didn't stop her from dehumanizing her. Not during her life, and not even after her death. And I drove home with this one question I couldn't shake. If you loved her, why would you continue to refer to her by a slur that was forced on us at a time when we were viewed as livestock rather than people? And that's when the other questions began to come to me. Did she ever sit at your table and share a meal? Was she even allowed to drink out of the cups in your home? Were her kids able to eat the same quality of food that she cooked for you? When she got old and couldn't work anymore, did your family take care of her the way she took care of you? When she died, did you go to her funeral? How do you love for someone while simultaneously denying their humanity? And then it hit me. That's how I used to treat Link. Now, Link was a brown lab mix that I had for 13 years. I loved that dog, and I sobbed like a small child the day we had to put him down. Now, my family, we showed him kindness, we played with him, we cared for him, but not in the same way we love each other, because he was a dog. He didn't eat from our table, he didn't drink from our cups, he didn't eat near the same quality of food that we ate. We didn't worry about how our words would land when we spoke to him. There's a long list of customs and courtesies that you extend to humans that we never extended to Link, and yet our love was genuine, and his absence is still felt today. Now, the realization that I walked away with was racism does not equal hate, but more importantly, love does not equal the absence of racism. We as human beings are very capable of loving things that aren't human. So being loved by a racist does not mean that they don't see you as less human. It might just mean that they see you as something worth loving, the way you love a dog.
Ass. There ain't no more truth than that. Cold truth. All right. Yes, dog gets the newspaper rolled up on him, smacked across the nose. You can beat them, throw them down a flight of steps, and they will climb up and come lick your damn hand. All right? No, the relationship between a human being and a dog, dude, is how the dominant society sees you. All right? Even if they love you, whether your name is with some old coon named Winston. Oh, we love Winston. Winston, you know, and look. All right? That ain't your name, nigga. All right? When you ain't around. All right? But for the cases of being, they said, socially appropriate, all right, they don't mind calling you Winston. All right? You all types of niggas, goddammit, when it's an all-white room in there. All right? And that's to remind individuals of their place. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. All right? So that demonstration of things in here, all right, was very educational from a standard of, as he said, just because a person got love for you does not mean that the racism isn't there. All right. It can be all the way damn connected. All right. They just see you. Yeah, they do like you. They love you. They see you in the way that they look at the family pet, dude. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Now, I know I'm kind of doing, all right, hold on. I know I'm going to be kind of doing this stuff backwards here. because most of the time I'll lead with some of these things, but we're gonna end off with Babyface. Of course, I got a small piece of sports to go over just to kind of think about something, because I am an Anthony Edwards fan here, dude. I've enjoyed the young man's career, and Kenyon Perkins raised something here this morning, and he started with Kevin Garnett. He went down the road to Wiggins, and then he pointed to Karl Anthony Towns. And what all three of those players have in common is they all used to play for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the moment they left the Timberwolves, they ended up winning a championship. All right. So now he's using this case here to point out Anthony Edwards' departure. And if he leaves the Timberwolves, all right, no, he has a better chance of winning a championship. All right. Now, I see a lot of truth connected here to this based on the prior experience from the top players that used to be over there at the Timberwolves. Yeah, Jimmy Butler said it was okay to get rid of Cat, a.k.a. Karl Anthony Towns, but where has Butler's success in getting a championship been at yet? All right. Those things matter. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they were beefing at one point in time.
They are on the clock. Listen to me closely. You can't have Andrew Wiggins, former #1 overall pick, leave championship. Karl Anthony Towns, leave championship. Kevin Garnett, leave championship. And the thing that stands out the most is that y'all chose Rudy over Towns because of the 2nd April. And y'all traded Towns away, and now this motherfucker has a championship.
But you know, Jimmy Butler told him that. Jimmy Butler told him to get him out of there too.
Yeah, and guess what? Everything come out of Jimmy's mouth ain't the gospel. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But what I'm saying is, Ant-Man gonna be looking like, hey man, like,
hey man, he about to go to the A. They better stop playing. He gonna end up in the A. You know he want to go back to the A.
They are on the clock. Listen to me closely. You can't have Andrew Wiggins, former #1 overall pick, leave championship. Karl Anthony Towns, leave.
And look, man, Atlanta may not be the same Atlanta that you guys seen there with Trae Young, but underneath of the management of Anthony Edwards, it don't need to be. He just needs functioning weapons around him that can go ahead and to help match him in certain standards when he's going against these tough teams. You can't have just one efficient, great player there in the league and expect to win a chip. There's a bunch of folks in here that have been smart enough throughout their career to understand that if I box and put together great talent here together here, dude, we have this big chance of going ahead to winning. You cannot do it with one man. I thought Julius Randles would be able to help him over there. I believe that Rudy Gobert would help do the trick here, but the truth of the matter is that I don't think that he has the right cast around him. Would Ja Morant have helped? Yeah, but it looks like Minnesota is no longer interested in it. All right, from what I've seen. All right, and I could be wrong. But he would have fit perfectly over there. All right, yes, indeed. Now, to all of my old school folks in here and Babyface supporters and what have you. All right, L.A. Reid, Cadillac Chronicles here. All right, had a special performance 2026 here with Babyface and L.A. Reid. I haven't seen these two here together in years, dude. And since we're going to close off here in this program here, all right, I just want to tell everybody thank you. I appreciate y'all. Much love. I will try to be back around as quick as I can here. All right, I do got to take care of a few more personal matters and things like that, man. All right, don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. And yes, please make sure that you do support the channel here, Halls. All right, because of our certain circumstances in here, we may have received less support than what we are accustomed here to. All right, but that's all the more reason of why I need all my good people's hands on deck here. Do what you can. All right, and look. And for my good people that have stayed down and dirty with me, man, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all to life here. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I am the bottom line, Santee Walden. All right, much love to the good people. In a minute now.
A summer love is beautiful, but it's not enough to satisfy emotions that are shared between us. Our winter love is cozy, but I need so much more. Just intensifies my wants to have a love that endures. Cause every time I close my eyes, I think of you. Yeah, it don't matter what the season is, I still love you with all my heart, and I wanna be with you wherever you are. I think of you on 2 occasions. What's that? That's day and night. Yes, love. I go for broke if I could be with you. Only you can make it right. And all too special at this time of the year. But when the leaves are gone, does that love disappear? I never underestimate the new love offering, but I'm glad to say in my heart, I know my love lasting. Whoa. 'Cause every time I close my eyes, I think of you. Yeah, it don't matter what the season is, I still love you with all my heart.